Welcome everyone, it's Mr. Lavasser again. We've got another lesson on plate tectonics, or the movement of the Earth's plates, which are part of the lithosphere or the crust of the Earth. And today we're going to talk about the language of building the field, which is how do you communicate ideas, experiences, or information in a text. That's what today's language lesson is about. And remember that as we go through this lesson together, you can stop the video at any time and catch up or work on your assignment, and then start the video again and do more work on your assignment. So with that, let's get started. And here is our assignment for today. Let's start with the learning objectives. So in this lesson, you want to be able to define the field of knowledge as part of the text that communicates ideas, knowledge, information, and experiences. So the field of knowledge, or the field, what is it? It's the part of a written text that communicates the ideas, the knowledge, the information, and the experiences. You want to be able to analyze the text for field, which are the participants, the entities, the processes, actions, the properties or characteristics, and the circumstances. Those four parts of the writing in a text give you the sense of what's being talked about, what is the information, what is the knowledge that is being communicated. And you want to be able to recognize that the cause of Earth's plate motion and the effects of Earth's rocky tectonic plates moving and interacting. So the cause of Earth plate motion is the convection currents that happen on the mantle, and the effects are the moving plates and some of the geologic activity like earthquakes and volcanoes. There are many links in this assignment, like for example here, any of these places that are blue and underlined are links, and you can watch a short video on Earth's plate motion here, or cause and effect down below. Find these links and then watch those videos. Let's start with the instructions for section 2, which is read, discuss, and highlight using functional language analysis. So here in section 2, we are analyzing science text, and we're finding out what it is. What is it about field is what we're doing. We're learning about field so that we can then read this section about plate tectonics and understand that we are highlighting for field. So, academic language is the language that students need to learn to be successful in school. Academic language is different from everyday language because it uses a more formal tone, has subject-specific vocabulary terms, and relies on special academic grammar patterns to communicate ideas. Communicating ideas, knowledge, and experiences in a text is known as building the field of knowledge. The field of knowledge is made of participants, often nouns or noun phrases, the processes, verbs and verb phrases, characteristics or properties, often adjectives or descriptions, circumstances of when, where, how, prepositions and adverbs usually make up these, and logical connections that create flow of linked information, conjunctions. The field is often summarized with the question, who did what to whom under what circumstances? And I want you to think about that question for a second. Who did what to whom under what circumstances? The answers to any part of those questions is actually part of the field in a text. All right, let's go down to section 3. And we see that we're going to be highlighting. I'm going to get out my highlighters. So let's read through this one time, and then we will highlight it for whatever it asks. Read and highlight using functional language analysis, following the key on the right. Main ideas. The cause of Earth's plates moving is convection of the molten rock in the Earth's mantle. Plate tectonics, the cause is convection in the mantle. The effect is movement of Earth's plates and geologic activity. Cause and effect is an important concept in science. Understanding why things happen, the cause, can help us explain what we experience in nature, the effects. For example, humans feel earthquakes, which are caused by the movement of Earth plates at a transformed plate boundary. The Earth's boundary plates are the site of geological action, such as volcanoes, earthquakes, rifts, and ocean ridges. Rifts and ocean ridges form at divergent plate boundaries where two plates are separating. Earthquakes are common occurrences at transform boundaries where two plates are sliding past each other. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and the formation of mountain ranges happen at convergent plates. When an ocean plate converges at a continental plate, the ocean plate goes under the continental plate. If two continental plates converge, large mountain ranges are formed. Convection currents of the hot fluid rock material in the mantle cause Earth's plate movement. Convection is the circulation of heat when hotter, less dense particles rise and cooler, denser particles fall. Radioactive elements such as uranium heat the Earth's interior. When materials such as the mantle's fluid rock are heated, they expand and become less dense. These heated particles rise upward and meet the Earth's crust. The Earth's crust cools the mantle's material, causing it to become denser and return to deeper parts of the Earth. The circular convection currents in the mantle push the continental plates above them. This is similar to how a surfboard is moved forward on a wave. So we're going to look for processes with pink, entities with yellow, descriptions or adjectives with blue, circumstances, prepositional phrases with orange, and connecting words with green. So I'm going to start with pink. And I like this lighter pink than the bright pink because you can still see the words under it. I'm going to erase those and go back to my pink here. Cause and effect is. We know that is, are, has, and have are the most common verbs or actions that happen in science writing because they show a relationship. Understanding why things happen, the cause, can help us to explain what we experience in nature. For example, humans feel earthquakes, which are caused by the movement of the Earth plates at transform plate boundaries. The Earth plate boundaries are the site of geological action, such as volcanoes, earthquakes, rifts, and ocean ridges. Rifts and ocean ridges form at divergent plate boundaries where two plates are separating. Earthquakes are common occurrences at transform boundaries where two plates are sliding. And I'll leave the rest for you to find and to highlight with pink. So we're going to go to yellow, and this time we're going to find participants, things or people or events or ideas that make up what's happening. Oops, I forgot to highlight pink over here. There. So they're nouns and noun phrases. For example, in this case, cause and effect they're combined into one thing. So it's It's also the subject of that clause. Concept is a participant. Science. Understanding why things happen, the cause. I'm going to say that an understanding or understanding why things happen, that's an idea. And I'm going to say that that's the participant. And that participant is the cause. Why things happen, understanding why things happen it's not actually a tangible thing, but it's something that is an idea that we're being talked about here. So I'm going to make that a participant. Explain, help us to explain. Nature is certainly one. Humans. Earthquakes, these are all things. Movement of Earth's plate is all one thing. That's the idea of the plates moving. At a transform plate boundary, 3 words, one thing. All right. The Earth's plate boundaries are the site of geologic action, such as volcanoes, earthquakes, rifts, ocean ridges. Rifts, ocean ridges, divergent plate boundary, and I'm going to let you find the other participants or things, ideas, places. Now, with this one, we're going to have a little bit of overlap. And so here we're going to look at things that are describing or giving characteristics. For example, I'm just going to go right here, transform plate boundary. The keyword is boundary. Transform and plate are actually descriptions or characteristics or properties of boundary. Same thing here, divergent plate. So this is one thing, but this part of that one thing is actually a description of it. If we said humans can feel huge earthquakes, huge would be part of that. What kind of ridges? Ocean ridges. Ocean ridges. Transform plate boundaries. Transform and plate are descriptions of what kind of boundaries. 2 plates. 2 plates. That's actually a description. Convergent plates. So blue is for characteristics, descriptions, properties of something that's being described. The next one is orange, and that is for where, when, and that is circumstance. For example, in science. Where is it? It's in science. In nature. Where we experience things in nature. By the movement at a transform boundary. That are the site of geological action. At transform boundaries. Where 2 plates. This where tells us where, but it's also telling us the circumstances. Yep, it's telling us the circumstances of where, and that you're using a connecting word to do it. So I'm gonna save that for a connecting word. All right. So the last one is connecting words. The last one is connecting words. Oops. And these particular connecting words we're talking about are when we join together 2 ideas or 2 clauses. Okay. For example, what? Help us explain what we experience in nature. See how we experience is subject and predicate. So we needed this word to join it to this first part of the sentence. Let's go down below. For example, humans feel earthquakes. That's a complete idea. That's one full subject, humans, predicate, field, earthquakes. Now we've got this, this word that is linking together, which are caused by the movement of the plates at a transform boundary. What does which mean? Earthquakes. So it's a linking word. It has another meaning. It means earthquakes. Earthquakes are caused by the movement of Earth's plates. So we can replace which with earthquakes. And so in this particular case, that word which is a linking word. Where rifts and ocean ridges form at divergent plate boundaries. Rifts and ocean ridges form. Subject, rifts and open ridges. Action, form at divergent plate boundaries. Subject, predicate. Where two plates, subject, are separating, predicate. So we need this word where to join together those two ideas. Where two plates are sliding past each other. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and the formation of mountains ranges happen at convergent plate boundaries. When an ocean plate converges. So there we go, and I'll let you finish that up. This section here, students had difficult with before. Once you've done all of this highlighting, you should easily be able to find 5 participants from above. Let's find a few. So we know that the participants are in yellow. So let's start with cause and effect. So one idea that's in that text above is cause and effect. So we can type that in. How about an action? Is a process that's in there. Property, characteristic, a description. Well, we know that those are in blue. Here's one, 2. Here's another one, ocean ridges. So we can say that the number 2 is a description. We also know that ocean, as in ocean ridges, is a description. And how about some circumstances? Well, we know that those are in orange, at, in, of, at. And so we can type those in as well. At, in, of. And I'll let you find some more of those. All right, guys, that's side 1 of this new assignment. I hope you're well, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Take care.